Holy shit, guys, Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final is coming to the West. Let's get on that hype train! Shin Megami Tensei 4. There's a lot to like about this game, from its tough as nails gameplay, its engaging story, or the addicting demon fusion. But I know that doesn't appeal to everyone, so let's talk about music. The Shin Megami Tensei series is well known for having a great OST in most of its games. But instead of indulging in the J-pop of the Persona games, let's look at the mainline series with Shin Megami Tensei 4 and its surprisingly diverse soundtrack. And look at my personal highlights of this OST, from the catchy to atmospheric and everything in between. With that said, break out a good pair of headphones and let's get started.
Such is a samurai skill!
The battle themes for both Tokyo and the Demon's Domain really gives you the vibes of what the Shin Megami Tensei series is all about, with its fast-paced and energetic battle themes. This right here is the track that made me go from just liking the soundtrack to downright loving it. The fast-paced drums combined with the guitar riffs really add to the overall song and makes clearing out demons upbeat and energetic. A nice contrast from all the dark and disturbing shit you'll find outside of battles. And it's a good thing this song is 10 different levels of badass, cause you will have to get used to hearing this song many times throughout the game. Yeah, quick thing to make note of, I refuse to let you stare at this image for literally a minute straight, so here's some footage from a Japanese game store instead. Well, I'm gonna go get my face ripped off by some demons over there, but before I do that, let's restock at the little shop right here. Strangely, this sounds like something that would play in the latter Persona titles as opposed to the mainline Shin Megami Tensei games. In fact, for this kind of game, I'd almost say that the theme is a little bit too light and soft for the post-apocalyptic setting. It's almost like all the joy that Japan had left was crammed into one part of the game world, which is fitting since it sounds like Vocaloids are used for the ambient noise in the song itself. Though I have to say that being severely out of place almost gives this song an identity amongst the more energetic, serious, or melancholy parts of this OST. That, and it's nice to have something lighthearted and sweet to contrast all the salt this game will produce. Okay, I found a safe settlement. Time to restock my items, get some new weapons, and find me some side quests. Let's explore. Most of the underground settlements have passable music. Most of the tracks are generally calm or somber to relax the player in between traveling from a dangerous location to a possibly more dangerous location. With areas like this, I tend to appreciate the songs that are either catchy or add to the atmosphere of the place, which this track surprisingly excels at both, being an atmospheric theme that has a generally catchy melody. The latter parts actually hint that there is danger ahead, which is fitting since half of Shinjuku is actually boarded out to prevent demons from getting in. Attempting to find a perfect middle ground between being atmospheric and being memorable is a pretty hard balancing act to accomplish, and I'm glad to see that at least one of the settlement themes was able to hit that magical sweet spot. Guys, shit just got real. Okay, first, fuck you, Atlas. Second, how the hell do you make a xylophone sound badass? This is a question that will forever go unanswered until Atlas makes their xylophone badassery techniques public. Oh, yeah, and the song is pretty good too. Aside from the aforementioned xylophone, the song is complemented with guitars and drums that surprisingly bring out a menacing tone from such a soft and calming instrument. It acts as a pretty good signifier that you are done going through the easy parts of this game, and this is where shit gets real. An awesome theme to fit some great boss battles. At least until your partner causes the boss to smirk. Damn it, Walter, stop casting Agi!
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather. demons and come again.
For a theme you'll be hearing a lot of in this game, it does a pretty good job in coming off as timeless, which is rather fitting since it's one of the many remixes from the first Shin Megami Tensei games, and I feel that it's not only entertaining to listen to, but it also adds to the feeling of playing a throwback reminiscent of the SNES and early PlayStation era of RPGs. The use of synthesized music of a pipe organ really adds to the track by making it feel alien and mysterious, a similar quality that you'd find in older games with limited sound fonts. Though the strange part is that even regarding all the demonic imagery associated with this song, there's something rather peaceful and even calming about it. It's kinda hard to explain, but I guess this strange feeling that it can produce is probably the reason why this theme has stuck with the fans and this series for so long. You know what? I'm convinced that everyone watching this video is just too happy with their lives. So to fix this problem, let's get depressed. I feel this captures the feeling of hopelessness and despair that Blasted Tokyo was trying to show. That in this large conflict between angels and demons, innocent people will get caught in the conflict, and get hurt in the long run. It really makes you feel for these characters. The world has lost all hope for many years, and those who aren't hiding in fear have gone mad waiting for an answer to their prayers. Proof that until demons like Pluto are destroyed, the only way for evil to truly win is for good men to do nothing. Also, if you go to the shop, expect the greatest force of emotional whiplash you will ever feel in your life. And thus the tone went from sad to kinda funny. Oh my god, it's a post-apocalyptic Japan, I need to run around and kill some demons and save the world, and wait, I have a side quest? Okay, let's just do that first. There are two themes for the side quest in Shin Megami Tensei 4, Challenge Quest Alpha and Challenge Quest Beta. Challenge Quest Alpha always came off as a little too serious, almost like a main quest that needed to be completed, which is the opposite mindset that I have when tackling a side quest. With Beta, not only is the theme more fun to listen to while playing the game, while writing a script or editing a video, but it's a great fit for the Tokyo setting. In other words, a pretty good reason to take a break from the story once in a while, help out the people for some extra XP, and drink in that post-apocalyptic and bleak atmosphere. Warning, there is footage from the final battle of the Neutral and Chaos route up ahead. Also expect to go WTF upon the design of the final boss. You have been warned.
Very well. Whether 'twill be the Lord's light, or the filths that pierce the darkness, show to me your resolve.
This track reminds me of the final battle from Final Fantasy VI, with its use of organs that one would find at a church for a godlike character, or in this case, an archangel. The first half, with the organ and choir, shows the exalted nature of the angels in the Shin Megami Tensei universe, and their literal holier-than-thou perspective on the people around them. The second half, with its synthesized sounds, gives an almost alien-like trait, which is rather fitting because the angels in these games are far from relatable, what with their desire to casually commit genocide and manipulate the people around them. With creatures like this, your safe haven has become a prison. This gives a pretty good message that either you will win this fight, or everyone you know will be trapped in the Eastern Kingdom of Mikado forever. When looking for opinions on the SMT games online, I've heard the atmosphere described to be like a horror game. Reversed Hills... Oh, okay, Atlas, I see what you did there. Proves this point to be 100% correct with the feeling of emptiness this song conveys. The beginning just sounds like the audio is coming out of an old radio, again with the Silent Hill comparisons, as well as the latter parts having ambient noise making it sound like there are footsteps right behind you, hammering in the point that this is a place that you really don't want to be at. And when you learn about the horrible events that took place in this supposed utopia, it will show why this level and track will always find a way to send chills up my spine. What the hell have I gotten myself into? The best way to describe this song is a tragedy in motion. The first part is confronting the sad reality that two of Isabeau's allies are against her and she will have to take you down for the greater good. The second part is fitting of an uphill battle, where despite all the odds, Isabeau might actually win this one, which is rather fitting since she isn't a pushover in the fight by any means. However, the last part is rather somber, pretty much showing that this battle will come to an end and Isabeau will end up dying, along with the rest of the people that she cares about. When I finished this battle, I had to just close my 3DS to contemplate what just happened. This right here will go on as the most tragic moment that I've experienced in a video game, and is right up there with some of the saddest moments that I've experienced in the medium as a whole. So, several great songs and a memorable moment to accompany each of them. It's things like this that has made Shin Megami Tensei 4 a new personal favorite of mine, and why I would highly recommend that people give this game a shot. Yeah, it's not like Persona, but that doesn't matter, as something can be different and still be great in its own right. With that enthusiastic recommendation out of the way, this is the Renegade Master, signing out.